Do you always catch yourself attracting the same kind of people that are just destroying your life? Then this video might help you, because today's video is about why we always attract the wrong kind of people and how to stop that. So let's just get into it. So the most important thing in life is to know your standards. Because if you don't know your standards, you will just take whatever comes your way, right? Because you don't even know what you want. So knowing what you want is the essential. Because if then you meet someone who's not matching your standards, you directly see it and you can sort this person out without wasting your time and their time. And this is not only about having a checklist, even though I recommend it to you because it really helps you to point out the things that you want and the things that you don't want, but it's more about knowing your values and the things that you don't accept in your life. And this is really the foundation for every kind of relationship, because knowing what you want always opens up new doors and new perspectives, and it really sorts out the people that you don't want in your life. So you can really make a checklist with all the no-goes and goes, and every time you meet someone, you just go through the checklist. I would suggest you to write really like the key values that you have down, because no one will match this exact dream person in your head completely, but the person that you're dating should match your core values. That's super essential, because otherwise you will just end up wasting your time. Because in the beginning you have these pink glasses on and everything is so beautiful, but after some time you start to realize that it's not matching, and this will just lead to arguing, fighting, and then in the end breaking up. So know your core values and really act accordingly and sort out the people that don't match your values. Something that happens in the beginning is that people mistake chemistry with compatibility. And this means that in the beginning, everything is so nice and you are getting along pretty good. Maybe you're going out on nice dates and there is chemistry between you both. But this doesn't mean that you can end up in a relationship together that really matches. And people often mistake this. They think that only because there's a good feeling between both of you, that it also is a good and healthy relationship afterwards. But this is not the case, because this spark in the beginning will be gone. It will not be there forever. And when the spark is gone, you will start to realize, oh my god, wait, we don't even match. It's not working. Why did we end up here? And this is what happens really often after some time, and you are maybe already together for a few months, and then the spark is gone and you just think to yourself, oh my god, this is totally not what I want. So always be aware of this fact that in the beginning, when you have these pink glasses on, you don't always see if you really match together. Something that is really dangerous for people that grew up in a family that was not really stable is that we oftentimes feel attracted to the things that felt normal to us in our childhood. This means that, as an example, you had a narcissistic mother and now you're dating, you're older, you are attracted to narcissistic women because this was the woman that you knew and this woman gave you safety. So basically, we are looking for the same patterns that we had in our childhood in our future life. So what happens then is that we often attract partners that mirror our family dynamics from the past. And this can be super, super bad for you. So healing those childhood wounds is essential, and also being aware of the fact that if you had a rough childhood, you might feel attracted to people that make your life harder. I know it sounds super stupid, but there are so many studies that really show that there's proof for that. And we need to heal from those wounds to attract people that bring peace in our life. Not fighting, nothing bad, just a peaceful life. So the essential here is really to heal those wounds, and it will change who you are attracting into your life. Something that is also dangerous for you is when you are afraid of being alone, because this makes you settle for someone who's maybe not aligning with your values and your vision, because you're just simply afraid of being alone. So you end up then with someone that is just not matching your standards, and you are not happy in the long run. Maybe in the beginning it feels good to have someone and not be alone, but in the long run this is not a solution. But you also need to understand that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely, because we are not lonely. Sometimes we might feel alone, but we are never lonely. And you also need to be okay with being alone sometimes. In these moments, something that could happen is that thoughts come up, and maybe you're always distracting yourself from the thoughts, and that's why you don't want to be alone. But these thoughts are there for a reason. Think about them, give them time, and give yourself time to really get rid of this. You should never dim your light, and you should never act differently just because you think that someone could not love you the way you are. Because when you change to be likable, you attract the wrong kind of people. You need to really be your authentic self to attract someone that really loves you for yourself and for your personality. And don't think that there's no one that will love you when you are authentic. That's not true. There's someone out there just waiting for a person like you, showing up as their authentic self. So never dim your light, never change yourself, just express what you are, and you are unique. This is also something that someone will admire about you. But if you just act differently because you think that no one will love you the way you are, you will attract the wrong kind of people, and you will end up being in a relationship with someone where you can never be your authentic self. And this partner will just love a version of you that is not real. And this is not good for both of you. So never change yourself. Never try to be someone that you are not. Okay, now we talked about the root causes, why you could always end up attracting the wrong kind of people. And now we need solutions. So first thing that you definitely need to do is be really sure about the things that you want. Know your values. Write them down, make a list. Be sure about what you want in your life. You need to be sure. You need to know it. And if you don't know it yet, really take your time for it. It's essential. Also, not only in dating, in your life as well. You need to know what you want and what you don't want. And another thing is, when you start to realize now that you might carry around those childhood wounds that I was talking about, you need to heal them before you start dating again. Because otherwise you will attract the wrong kind of people. Not the ones that heal your soul, but the ones that will just make it harder for you and will not make you feel happy and in peace with yourself. So really heal from those wounds before you start dating again. Also, something that is super important is stop ignoring red flags. Why are you ignoring the red flags? Always be aware of what's happening around you and how the person is acting. Don't fall for words, fall for actions. And if there's something wrong, you will feel it. Listen to this voice and be aware of that. Don't have these pink glasses on and walk through life thinking that everything is fine, and then after some time you just realize that there were so many red flags that you ignored. Something that is also super essential is learn to be alone. Enjoy the time with yourself, treat yourself good, and in this way you will attract the right person naturally. You don't chase, you're just loving yourself and you're okay with spending time with yourself. And then when you meet someone, this person just adds up to your life. This person is not becoming your life. You have your own life and you love your life. You are okay with being alone. And the person you meet then will just add up to your life. And the last thing that I really want you to do is show up as your real self. From day one, always show up as your real and authentic self. You are unique the way you are, and you have character traits that no one else has around you. And that's fine. Embrace them. And in this way, you will meet someone who truly loves you for your soul, for your character, not for the person that you are trying to be. So loves, this was it with today's video. Always remind yourself that you deserve real love and real connection. Just be your authentic self, and in this way you will attract someone who truly loves you and values you. If you found this video helpful, like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and we're going to see each other in the next video. Bye bye!